Hey folks, I'm Cascadia Civilian. Welcome to the first video in our series for new and prospective gun owners. Today we're going to be covering basic firearm safety and basic handling. We're going to be starting with the 5 basic principles of firearm safety. These are meant to protect you and anyone around you, any range, or just at your home. They are as follows. Treat all firearms as if they are loaded, even if you know they're not. Keep the gun pointed in the safest possible direction. This is generally away from where other people could be. Keep your finger off of the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Know your target, your surroundings, its surroundings, and what is behind it. And finally, know how to operate your firearm. If you follow these rules, you'll ensure safe operating principles at all times. These principles are known by every gun owner, or at least definitely should be, and every range will enforce them. They're meant, as I said, to ensure safe operating practice, and so it's vital that you understand and follow these rules. Any one of these 5 safety rules will keep you safe from something truly terrible happening, but we use all 5 as a system because layered redundancy protects against complacency. Throughout the rest of our series, keep these principles in mind as we practice with our firearms. The first and arguably most important thing to consider in firearm safety is how to tell if a weapon is loaded. Take this Beretta Model 92 for example. It has a loaded chamber indicator, but it's small and cannot be seen from all angles. Additionally, this weapon can be loaded with the hammer up or down, so there's no real way to tell externally, just at a glance, the condition of this gun. For the purposes of demonstration, this handgun is loaded with dummy cartridges. In order to clear a handgun, first, release the magazine. This prevents additional rounds from being chambered as we clear the chamber. Next, grab the back of the slide firmly and pull briskly. This will clear a round that is in the chamber. It's important to do this step multiple times in case of extractor failure. To clear an AR-15 pattern rifle or similar weapon, the process is much the same. First, ensure the safety is on, then release the magazine. Now, pull the charging handle back 1, 2, 3 times. This ensures that the action has cycled and any live round that was in the chamber is clear. We are now sure that both of our weapons are clear. Sometimes, you may want to ascertain the condition of a handgun without necessarily unloading it. In order to do this, grab the slide and pull back partially and observe if there is a round loaded in the chamber. Whether you're clearing or checking the status of a gun, it is important to directly look into the chamber in order to tell if it is loaded. The process is much the same with a rifle. Grab the charging handle, pull back half of the action, look into the ejection port, and see that the breech face is clear of a cartridge, or possibly chambered. When it comes to learning and practicing proper weapon handling techniques, it's important to know which of your eyes is dominant. To establish this, form a triangle with your fingers around a distant object, then pull the triangle slowly back towards your eyes. The eye that the triangle is centered around is your dominant eye. Knowing your eye dominance is important. A right-handed shooter who is left eye dominant can aim a pistol in front of his left eye, but cannot aim a rifle in front of his left eye, and so would shoot rifle left-handed while shooting pistol right-handed. There are a couple fundamentals when it comes to shooting. Stance, grip, and trigger pull are the main 3. To establish a proper grip with a handgun, firmly grasp the grip with your dominant hand. Next, meet your dominant hand with your support hand, with the pads of your support hand fingers resting in the grooves of your dominant hand. Next, lay your support hand thumb down with your dominant hand thumb on top, like so. Now that we've established a proper grip, we can build a sight picture. With iron sights such as these, you're going to rest the front blade sight between the blades of the rear sight. The top of the front blade should be in line with the top of the rear sight. To load and make ready with your handgun, first, take your magazine and insert it firmly into the magazine well. Next, grasp the slide firmly and rack it once. The weapon will now be chambered. On a double-action, single-action firearm, such as this Beretta 92 Model FS, you must now decock the hammer. This weapon is now chambered and ready to carry. Before we shoot, we want to establish a proper stance. First, we'll lean forward and create a triangle with our forearms to brace against the recoil of the firearm. This, combined with our grip, will provide a stable base for shooting. To shoot accurately, you want to not disturb your sights on your trigger pull. You can practice this at home in dry fire, which we'll cover in a future episode. To fire, pull smoothly back on the trigger, again trying not to disturb our sights. As covered, this Beretta Model 92 FS has a decocker. This decocker also functions as a safety, disconnecting the trigger. Not all firearms are double action, single action like this. Some don't have safeties. Some have safeties that simply prevent the trigger being pulled, but do not move the hammer, such as the 1911. It's important to know what kind of safety systems, if any, exist on your firearm and be very familiar with them. Working with a rifle is in many ways easier than working with a handgun. We will shoot a rifle according to our eye dominance. A right eye dominant shooter will shoot right-handed, and a left eye dominant shooter will shoot left-handed. I am right eye dominant, and so this demonstration will be given for right-handed shooters. But the same is true for left-handed shooters, just with the hands swapped. Shooting a rifle requires much the same fundamentals as shooting a handgun. Grip and stance make up a large component of your accuracy. First, place your dominant hand on the pistol grip of the weapon. Next, bring your support hand to the foregrip. We will take the buttstock and place it in the pocket of our shoulder, pulling the weapon into ourselves to brace. Next, we will bring our cheek down onto the top of the stock, bringing our eye in line with the sights. From here, lean forward. You have now built a proper shooting stance for an AR pattern rifle. You'll be told many ways to set length of pull or the length of your stock, but I say to do it this way. Find a position that is both comfortable for you and puts your eye into the same position relative to your sights. In the case of a magnified optic, ensure that your length of pull allows proper eye relief. To load an AR pattern rifle, take your magazine, insert it into the magazine well, and pull the charging handle back. Then release the charging handle, allowing the bolt to come forward and chambering around. This weapon is now ready to fire. To fire, build your stance again, release the safety, and pull the trigger. We're going to call back to this video later in the series, especially when we talk about going into a gun store and buying your first firearm. The knowledge and how to form a proper grip now will be important in determining the handgun of best fit for you later. Thanks for watching and welcome to the world of gun ownership. I hope you found this video helpful, and I look forward to seeing you next time as we talk about some important purchases for new gun owners. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.